Hi, this is Mr. Manley. This is a video on finding the equation of an exponential function. The first equation that you found, the first function that you found in algebra, or maybe even pre-algebra, was the linear function. And that would be using the form y equals mx plus b. Well, it shouldn't be a surprise that we have a similar base form for an exponential function that we're filling out, and that will be y equals a times b to the x. So just like a linear function, we were solving for these variables. We were trying to find, or these m and b, trying to find the slope and the y-intercept. We are trying to find for a exponential function this a and this b. Also, just like a linear function, we need 2 points in order to find the equation of the line for the linear function. We need 2 points for an exponential function. Now, ideally, we would be able to find two really precise points. So if you look at the graph on the left here, I really don't have 2 precise points. I might say right there, that might be at 2, 5. So that might be pretty precise. And other than that, I really don't have anything. So what I'm actually going to say is what we're going to prefer here is that if we add the precise points, that might be nice. But what we're going to do is we're going to take 2 points that are really pretty far apart from each other. That one actually up there looks pretty precise as well. So if I take that one, I am getting a pretty good estimate at 320. And then this one down here at the bottom, that's one that I think we probably would be well served to find, even if it's an estimate, is the y-intercept. So, but that's, really a guesstimate, right? To look at that and go, where precisely is the y-intercept there? So I'm going to go 0. Now I could call it 1/4. Somebody might call it something else, though. Somebody could call it 1/5 or 1/3. It's just a guess, but it will be good enough to get an idea of what the graph of this function is. So that sounds a little different, right? It's a pretty good idea. And I can't get any better than a good idea if I don't have precise points, which in this case I really don't. So we're going to proceed off of this pretty good idea. And a big reason, another reason that we would like to get the y-intercept, even if it's not a precise point, this y-intercept down here, is that it's going to help us, it's going to help make our work more efficient. So I'm going to start off with that first point of 0, 1/4, and I'm just going to substitute, right, into the general equation. So that's going to be y is equal to 1/4 is equal to a and b, I don't know, and then to the x power, that's a 0 for the x. And you can see that this yields a is equal to 1/4. Now, maybe somebody is catching, or you're noticing that, yes, this is really helpful if I have a 0 for x, because a 0 for x, if you look at that factor there, b to the 0, it'll always turn out to be 1, and then I'll just have a. So it's convenient if I can say to some degree of accuracy what the y-intercept is, because that's a real efficient, easy calculation. Just find a. And the next part is to substitute the other. Now, at this point, let's just quote it briefly and take a look here. That what we know at this point is that y is equal to 1/4 b to the x, using this value of a that we found. Now we need to find b. So we're going to do our other point here, which we've decided is 320, and we're going to substitute that into this new equation that we have right there and figure out what b is. So I've got y is 20 which is equal to 1/4. B is what we're looking for, and then to the third. So we're going to solve this for B, and I'm going to have 80 equals B to the third, and then if I take the cube root of both sides, or I could say I'm doing both sides to the 1/3, that's going to get me B. So now I'm going to have a calculator key in. And with the calculator key in, I get 4.31 is equal to B. And it's actually, on the calculator, I had 4.3088. So exactly, there's no definitive number of significant digits that I am going to require here. So I would say 2 or 3 would be a good idea to go to the second or third decimal place. And then I'm going to combine everything that I've done, of course, into my equation, and that is going to be y is equal to a, which is 1/4, times b, which is 4.31 to the x power. Right there. And that is finding the equation of an exponential function from a given graph.